Hello, today I want to talk about consumer confidence. I specifically want to describe for you what the index of consumer sentiment is. This is pretty straightforward, so let's just get right to it. It is a survey. It is conducted by the University of Michigan. They ask participants 5 simple questions. The first question is, thinking about you and your family financially, are you better off today than you were 1 year ago? Simple question. Question 2, again, thinking about you and your family financially, do you feel like you will be better off a year from now than you are currently? Question 3, thinking about business conditions here in the United States, thinking about what's going to happen over the next 12 months. Do you think we will see good times, bad times, or what? And yes, or what is part of the question. They leave it a little ambiguous to allow the survey participant to expand and give more detail than just good times or bad times. Question 4, thinking about the country as a whole, thinking about what's going to happen over the next 5 years. Do you think we'll see over the next 5 years good times, or do you think we're going to see unemployment and depression, or what? Again, they throw the or what in there to allow the participant to expand upon how they feel about the next 5 years. Finally, the last question is, thinking about major household items, appliances, things like that. Right now, today, do you feel like it is a good time to make these purchases? Should you buy your new refrigerator? Should you replace your dishwasher? Things like that. Is it a good time to do that or a bad time to do that? Now, they take these 5 questions. There's actually 3 indexes that they look at. The first one is the main one. This is the index of consumer sentiment. They take all of these questions and they give them a score. They divide it by this number here, this 6.7558. And that is just a kind of a base period total back to 1966. So we can compare things from, 1 year to the next. Finally, there's this number on the side here, this 2.0. And that's really to reflect a design change they made to correct some things in the measurements back in 1950s, which makes the measurements today comparable to those in the prior to the 1950s. Now, interestingly, they make this little change here. When they don't do this, this is outside of the University of Michigan surveys, but this is in terms of inflation. And I have some videos out there where I talk about how the fact that they made many changes to the way they calculate inflation over time, and yet they've never done any kind of correction to make it so you can compare today's inflation numbers to the inflation numbers of, say, for example, the 1970s. Those are not at all comparable. You can watch those videos if you follow these links right here. Another index they do here is the index of consumer expectations. So this is kind of thinking about the future. So that would be questions 2, 3, and 4. Again, they kind of divide this by a number to put it back to the base rate in 1966. And they have a methodology correction there with the 2.0. Finally, they have the index of current economic conditions. So those are questions 1 and 5. Again, same kind of methodology there to get that. So 3 separate indexes out there in terms of consumer sentiment, kind of looking in general, looking forward, looking right now today. That's kind of it. So I am going to follow this up with another video that talks about what's happening right now with those measures. Look for that in a week or so. Please do subscribe and give it a thumbs up. It really does matter. I'm Brian Kozlowski. Thank you so much. Happy trading out there.